Hello, my name is Steve Bigelow with the Candlestick Forum. When these markets move dramatically, like we've seen the market indexes drop over the last couple of weeks, a huge percentage, everybody and their brother has an opinion of what the markets are going to do from here. But the most revealing aspect of what is going to happen from here is usually what has happened in the past. What has happened to investor sentiment after these big downdrafts? And huge downdrafts in the market are not uncommon. They occur usually after a steady uptrend. They slam it. Now everybody wonders, is it going to reverse and head straight back up? But you got to remember what has happened to investor sentiment. After being bullish for months without any great fear, as far as any selling coming in, that strong sell signal breaching the T-line started the downtrend, and it made for good short trades. But everybody's saying, oh, it's going to come back. But notice what happens. Investor sentiment has been kind of damaged. It takes it a while to get sorted out and get confidence back in to start back up again. But there's always some predictability as far as what occurs in human nature. Big downdraft. Hundreds and hundreds of points. Came bouncing back up to where everybody was watching, and then closed back below the T-line, and the downdraft continued. At that point, you started going back to your natural or your normal chart analysis, staying below the T-line, and then seeing a buy signal. Where was your next likely target? Back up here. But as you can see right here, after the big, huge downdraft, they came back up to a level that everybody was watching. So is there likely a big spike back up? Not necessarily. It takes a while for human nature to kind of get over the fear factor and wonder if they're going to be more selling or when the buying starts. And as you can see, it's very indecisive trading. Now, that does not mean that there aren't good trading opportunities during those time frames. So as we're witnessing in the current market coronavirus scare, when it closed below the T-line, we knew we had a big downdraft. We knew when to start buying because of the distance away from the T-line, the gapping down in the oversold area. And what was the normal expectation? Seeing what it did when it came back up to the T-line. Now it traded back down. Friday it opened lower and traded back up. So we're right back into the same scenario of the market doesn't know what it wants to do. And from previous analysis of what happens after that severe breach of bullish investor sentiment, it's going to take a while for it to heal. But again, that doesn't necessarily mean you sit around and don't have a lot of opportunities. It's easy to detect or identify which sectors might be in trouble with a scare. We could see that in the cruise lines. We could see that in the gambling stocks. We could also use what we call reverse engineering analysis. What was going to benefit from this, that scare? It's the stocks that are working on cures for the virus. Now, you may not know which ones those are right from the get-go, but the reverse engineering is involved with candlestick signals showing when everybody else that knows what's going on starts buying specific stocks in a sector, that you can pretty much do the analysis that that's one of those that's going to benefit from the from curing the virus. So even though the overall market is in a stage where we don't know which way it's going to go, the candlestick charting, simple scanning techniques is going to allow you to identify which ones are acting well in this kind of whipsaw market. Also, just to put a plug in for our chat room, when you have hundreds of eyes watching for the same chart patterns, the same signals, you get a much quicker alert just when somebody says, oh, look at XYZ. It's starting to move up strong and the market's selling off. Well, now you look up XYZ and find out that what they do has something that's going to be pertinent as far as what's going on in the current market conditions. This allows you to always have not only good, but extremely strong profit setups that you can put your money into. So although we are looking at a market that we don't have a real firm hold on which direction it wants to go, there's still some great opportunities to be made as far as the profitability of specific sectors, either on the short side or the long side. That'll be it. We'll hopefully see you in the chat rooms.